Did you know that sea otters hold hands when they sleep to keep from drifting apart? Yes, that's right. These charming creatures have a knack for creating a web of interconnected snoozers, all holding hands so they don't get lost at sea. It's a delightful, and quite frankly, hilarious sight to behold. It's just one of the many ways the animal kingdom keeps us laughing and marveling at its ingenuity. So next time you're drifting off to sleep, maybe consider finding a sea otter buddy. Scene script. Cats aren't just fluffy companions, they're also comedians in disguise. For anyone who's ever been graced by the presence of a feline friend, you know that cats have a knack for turning the ordinary into the extraordinary. Their antics are not just hilarious, but also an endearing reminder of the joy they bring into our lives. Take, for instance, the classic cat caper of knocking over items. It's a universal experience for cat owners, coming home to find that your furry little friend has decided to redecorate, with your favorite vase now in several pieces on the floor. And yet, despite the mess, it's hard not to chuckle at their audacity and nonchalance. They look at you with those innocent eyes as if to say, "What? I thought it looked better on the floor." Then there's the phenomenon of cats getting startled, a sight that never fails to tickle our funny bones. One moment they're the picture of grace and elegance, and the next they're springing into the air at the slightest sound, their eyes wide and tail puffed out. It's a comical contradiction to their usual cool demeanor. And let's not forget about those funny faces they make. Whether they're squinting in confusion at a new toy, sticking out their tongue in the most endearing blep, or giving you the stink eye when you've disturbed their nap, there's no denying that cats are masters of facial expressions. Each face is a meme waiting to happen, a moment of pure, unfiltered feline hilarity. But perhaps the most comedic caper of all is when cats decide to be affectionate. They headbutt you, purring loudly, their tail wrapping around your leg. It's as though they're saying, "I know I knocked over your vase, startled myself silly and made faces at you, but you still love me, right?" And of course, the answer is always yes. And you thought cats were just for cuddling. From chasing their tails to barking at their own reflection, dogs never fail to make us laugh. They are the jesters of the animal kingdom, their antics a constant source of amusement. And today we're diving into a series of funny dog clips that are sure to brighten your day. First up, let's talk about the age-old pastime of tail chasing. It's a universal doggy phenomenon that's as charming as it is hilarious. Whether they're a feisty terrier or a lumbering Great Dane, these canine comedians spin in dizzying circles, their tails just out of reach. It's a never-ending cycle, an eternal chase, and we can't help but chuckle at their unending determination. Next, we have dogs who howl at sirens. It's a melodious chorus that echoes through neighborhoods every time an ambulance or fire truck passes by. Whether it's a soulful solo or a harmonious duet with their fellow canine companions, these dogs give an all-out performance, serenading us with their unique take on emergency vehicle sirens. And then there are the dogs who have an uncanny knack for getting stuck in the smallest of spaces. Whether it's a tiny gap in the sofa or a small box they've optimistically decided to make their new bed, these dogs squeeze themselves into spots that seem impossible. Their puzzled looks when they realize they're stuck are priceless, and their eventual escape often involves a lot of wriggling and a little bit of help from their human friends. Finally, let's not forget the dogs who bark at their own reflection. It's a classic comedy routine that never gets old. They bark, they growl, they wag their tails, all the while completely unaware that the dog in the mirror is their own reflection. It's a hilarious display of canine curiosity and confusion that leaves us in stitches every time. So, there you have it. A quick tour of some of the funniest, silliest, most daring deeds our canine companions get up to. Who knew man's best friend was also man's best comedian? Birds aren't just beautiful, they're also brimming with personality. As we soar into the realm of our feathered friends, we'll find that they are quite the entertainers. Take parrots, for instance. These vibrant creatures are renowned for their ability to mimic human speech. Some parrots have even been known to pick up multiple languages, outdoing many of us humans. But it's not just their linguistic skills that impress. Parrots are also known for their dance moves. Yes, you heard right. Parrots can boogie down to a beat, swaying their bodies and bobbing their heads in a performance that would give any professional dancer a run for their money. Speaking of dance, have you ever heard of the blue-footed boobies mating dance? This marine bird, native to subtropical and tropical regions of the eastern Pacific Ocean, is known for its high-stepping strut. The males lift their blue feet high and bring them down hard, all in a bid to impress potential mates. It's a sight that's as funny as it is fascinating. And let's not forget the crows. These intelligent birds have been observed using tools and solving complex puzzles. But their playful side is equally impressive. From sliding down snowy roofs on their backs to engaging in aerial acrobatics, crows know how to have a good time. Then we have the cockatoos. These birds are notorious pranksters, often seen causing a ruckus with their loud calls and destructive tendencies. But it's all in good fun, as these social birds enjoy interacting with their environment and their fellow feathered friends. So you see, birds aren't just about chirping and flying. They're comedians, dancers, linguists, and pranksters. Each species comes with its unique set of quirks and characteristics that make them such a joy to watch. And whether they're mimicking our speech, dancing to their own rhythm, or simply causing a bit of mischief, they never fail to keep us entertained. These feathered friends sure know how to steal the show. Horses aren't just majestic, they're also masters of mischief. Picture this, a horse in a field, not just any field, but a field filled with the most enticing toys. One would think, toys for a horse? But oh, how they love them. A ball, a tire swing, even a simple stick can provide hours of entertainment. Watch as they nudge, kick, and chase their chosen playthings, their manes flowing in the wind, their tails swishing with delight. It's a scene straight out of a child's playtime fantasy, but with a 1,000-pound, four-legged participant. Then there's the curious horse. You know the type. The one that just can't resist sticking its nose into everything. Literally. From buckets to boxes, there's no container too obscure for these equine explorers. They're like toddlers on a never-ending quest for discovery, their long faces wearing an expression of pure, unadulterated intrigue. It's almost as though they're saying, what's this? And this? Oh, and this too. And let's not forget the horse's interaction with other animals. Whether it's a friendly nuzzle with a barn cat, a playful chase with a dog, or a gentle headbutt with a fellow horse. These moments of interspecies camaraderie are nothing short of heartwarming. Yet they're also undeniably funny, as each animal tries to navigate the other's language of play, leading to some truly comical misunderstandings. But perhaps the most amusing of all is when a horse decides to pull a face. Yes, you heard that right. Horses can pull faces, and they're pretty darn good at it too. From the unexpected sneeze that turns into a full-scale snort, to the exaggerated yawn that seems to stretch on for an eternity, these equine expressions are a testament to their playful, unpredictable nature. So there you have it. From their love of toys to their funny faces, horses truly are the jesters of the animal kingdom. They may be large, they may be powerful, but they're also incredibly goofy, and that's precisely what makes them so endearing. Who said horses couldn't have a sense of humor? From cats and dogs to birds and horses, animals sure know how to make us laugh. We've seen some truly hilarious moments today, haven't we? Let's take a stroll down the memory lane of our Animal Kingdom comedy show, shall we? Think back to the feline follies. The mischievous cats with their playful antics, their knack for knocking things over, and their uncanny ability to squeeze into the smallest of spaces. Each tumble and every leap had us doubled over in laughter, didn't it? And who could forget the daring deeds of our canine companions? Their boundless enthusiasm, their endearing clumsiness, and the way they wear their hearts on their sleeves. Or should we say, on their wagging tails. Every fetch gone wrong, every tail chase, it all added to the comedy gold. But it wasn't just our four-legged friends who stole the show. Remember our feathered friends? The birds with larger-than-life personalities, the head tilts, the dance-offs, and the mimicry that left us in stitches. And lastly, the horsing around. The bucking broncos, the synchronized tail swishing, and the unexpected neighs. The horseplay that was, quite literally, full of laughs. So, there we have it, a whirlwind tour of the animal kingdom, brimming with joy, laughter, and a healthy dose of silliness. Remember, laughter is the best medicine, and these animals are the best doctors.